A human trying to be a plant for 1 hour. What does it feel like to be buried? An experiment of understanding.
Okay, I made a point of being in this hole for 45 minutes before I started to record. And I want to feel exactly the same way as a plant would if it's in the ground. So my description is this. I feel the temperature difference, the pressure difference from this part down. It's very different. I can feel the moisture, I can feel the pressure, and I can feel this helplessness that I can't go over there, or I can't go over here. I'm stuck. If I wanted to get out of here, not a chance. If nobody helped me to get out of here, I'd probably die. So, that basically is the same feeling these plants are gonna have. Now the second thing is, these plants that are in close proximity to me, they have this overwhelming effect on me. I don't know what it is, but I know they're here. I can feel them. There's this messaging system or whatever it is. I feel that these plants are bothering me almost. They're in my way. They're part of this little microclimate here. I feel them. Humans presume that plants have to work for them forever. So they go through the process of photosynthesis, changing sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water into glucose and oxygen for us. And the CO2 that the plant is getting every day is getting dirtier, heavier, more complicated to process. We are giving them so much of this nasty carbon dioxide that the plants have to really adjust themselves to consume all this dark pollutants. So this idea of being a plant, got an insect here, is very interesting for me because you have this feeling of helplessness. Let's say I'm a mulberry and my mate or the genetic material that's identical to me is 200 feet that way. So I have to depend on insects transferring our genetic information from here to there and from there to here. And I get coated with chemicals, sprays, and I'm still supposed to send out the message to the other plant that I'm here. That communication from there to here, that there's another mulberry over there. So that's the really strange part of it. We're being poisoned as plants. Our job is being made harder. We can't move. We can't get out of here. We can't do anything. So the process of us making ourselves as big as we can to get sunlight even on a cloudy day so we can go through that process of photosynthesis to create glucose and oxygen is a real challenge for us because we're getting more and more human interference. And humans have to understand that plants can't move, plants need our help, plants need to be left alone when it's not necessary to interfere with us. If you cut us down, if trees get cut down, they simply can't do much to replace themselves. It's very tough. So human interference has to be kept at a minimum. So now I'm taking up all this energy from the sun with my leaves. I'm putting my leaves out and getting all this energy from the sun. And I'm sending 30% of that sugar into the ground. And I'm donating it to all the microorganisms that live in the fungal and bacteria colonies here below. And the more diverse the plants are that are around me, the more diverse these sugars are going to be, and the more diverse I'm going to attract different types of microorganisms and fungal colonies because I'm providing different glucose materials to these beings that live inside the dirt. When they die, when I'm not providing them food anymore, they will die off and create another source of food for me. And the plants can keep going with this cycle if there's enough diversity there. And, you know, this dependency of a plant on humans behaving and allowing plants to work 24/7, 365 days of the year is a real challenge for humanity. We don't even want to do that. We want to interfere with everything that's growing and creating oxygen for us. So it's a real strange habit that humans have, behaving in a way where they simply don't respect what plants do for us every day. And this energy that's built between being above ground and being below ground is something you need to experience. It's very different. And the fact that I can't go anywhere would drive me crazy. It would be a death sentence not being able to move. So we need to respect the immobility of our plants. We need to make sure that they're looked after really well in such a way that they can survive. They can keep cleaning our atmosphere, our nasty habits. And if we don't do that, if we don't keep this going, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. And I think humanity knows that really well. Yeah, so I want to really get into this biodiversity element of this. And the biodiversity really means to me that I'm surrounded by other plants. If my roots join up with their roots, even behind me, if there's a connection between these roots in every direction and it's interwoven, the energy is multiplied by all the plants that are around me. The energy of sharing water, storing water, sharing micronutrients, having the bacteria having more prolific areas to feed off of. Me sending 30% of my energy back into the ground is multiplied by every one of these plants that puts 30% back into the ground. And this sugar, glucose, is very different from what I'm going to put in the ground. So everyone benefits from this close proximity gardening, and everything is very different that way because you're going to get a stronger network of everything that is joined together.